Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to talk about drugstore products. I want to show you 10 products that I think are like a super must-have, or if you're on the lookout for some makeup products but you don't want to spend that much and you want to check out some drugstore things. These are 10 things that I'm 100% sure that you're gonna like. Also, if this is your first time here on my channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so that way you don't miss out on future videos. And let's get into these drugstore good stuff. And you can almost complete a full face of makeup. So the very first thing is a foundation, and this one is the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. This one is a very glowy foundation on my skin. I have dry skin, and I think this one's like the perfect foundation even for like fall and for summer. It's like in between. It's not super matte. It's not like, well, I wouldn't mind if it was super glowy, but I mean, it's not super glowy, but it doesn't feel dry on my skin or anything like that. So this is my #1 foundation that I would say you would have to try it to know what I'm talking about. Like, you would just have to check it out for yourself. But it is a very nice foundation. It's a pretty thick formula, and it gives such good coverage. It covers up the redness that I have. Oh, there I have some swatches or something on the back of my hand, but you can see how nice it covers up. Like, even my veins that I have behind my hand, I have like green blue veins, and you can see that it has a very nice coverage. So this one is my favorite foundation from the drugstore. Like, I do have another one that's also my favorite, but I would say this one tops it. Like, ever since I bought this one, I've even used this one more than I've used like other high-end foundations. So this one to me is a must-have. This one, I have it in the color Buff Bisque, and it is the perfect match for me. I'll have other foundation tones that I use in case you're interested in this foundation. You can kind of see what other foundations I use and, you know, get an idea on the color that I am. But this one for sure is the #1 foundation that I think you should try out. The next product is actually a concealer that goes like along with the foundation. This one is the Wet n Wild concealer, and I feel like this is the only drugstore concealer that I reach for. I have another one by CoverGirl and another one by L'Oreal, and I just don't seem to ever grab those. I don't know why. I feel like this one is perfect. It's like really thick, and it also gives me very good coverage, but it does not crease on me. I have not had any problems with it creasing on me. The color doesn't change on me. It's a very nice color for me. This one is in the color Light Ivory, and it's also the one that I'm wearing today, and I did set it and everything. I'm gonna show you the powders that I used to set it, but this one is my favorite foundation, my favorite concealer from the drugstore. If I want to do like a drugstore face, or I'm just, you know, picking out a concealer, it's either this one or my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is the color of it. You can see it right there. Now, it's not like 100% super full coverage like the Tarte Shape Tape. That one is like my top because it really does have good coverage. It blends out really nicely, but this one does the exact same thing, just like on a lower level. You know what I mean? But for drugstore, it is really good. Moving down the list, I have 2 powders to show you, and one of them I've mentioned it so many times on my channel. This one is the NYC Smooth Skin Powder. This one's not the one that I'm using to set my concealer today. It's the one that I'm wearing to set my foundation, and this one is a translucent powder. I have had this for such a long time, and I have been recommending it to you for a long time, but I had to include it in today's video because to me, it's just like a must-have drugstore product. If you don't know which loose powder to try out from the drugstore, this one is a good option to try out. Trust me, it is like super inexpensive. I'm pretty sure it's like around $3. I don't think it's more than 4, like for sure more than 4, and it is so good for your under eyes, and it's so good to set the rest of your makeup. I also have a video on it where I show it like with and without flash, and it is perfect for with flash, without flash. It just does a good job. It does not crease. It is really fine. It does come with this little sponge that I never use, but it is so smooth and fine that it just works perfectly for the under eye area. There, I just wanted to swatch it for you and show you how it, show you kind of like a little swatch. But this one, the only thing is that it's a little bit brightening. Like, it's a little bit white. It doesn't give flashback. It just doesn't look bad at all. If you've been here for a while, then you know I've been showing you this forever. But I still wanted to include it. And the next one is another one that I've been using almost every single day lately for my under eyes. Like, I've even given this one like a little bit of a break because I've been using this one so much. This is the Wet n Wild contour palette. I did contour my face with it, and I also set my under eye concealer. This one is in the color Tres Leches, and it has a light toned powder. They do have a palette with a yellow banana toned under eye concealer, under eye powder, but I just don't feel like that fits me very well. Sometimes it can look too yellow on me. So whenever I was choosing between the two, I went with this one, and I just really like the way that it looks under my eyes. And then I also like the contouring shade because it's a nice brown, and like I said, it is the, I'll just put it on top of this powder, but there you can see that's the contouring shade, and it's so smooth. Like, both of them are so smooth, easy to blend, and just very like soft, very soft. So the light powder, I used it on my under eyes, I used it on my forehead, on my chin, on my nose, like everywhere where I use brightening concealer, that's where I apply that one. And then to contour, I did apply it there, and I also applied it a little bit around my hairline. I did use another bronzer to kind of bronze up my skin a little bit, but mainly the contouring shade is what I have around to like contour. The blush and the highlighter that I am about to show you are two brand new products that I've had for a little while, but to me they are like a must-have, especially for fall, because they're great colors. At least the blush is great for fall, and then the highlight is like perfect for any time, because I just fell in love with it as soon as I started using it, and I've been using it like almost every single time I do my makeup ever since I got it. So the blush is this one. This one is called Brick Red, and it is an e.l.f. $2 blush. Like, so nice, especially for fall. It's just like the perfect tone for it. It'll really nice on like light skin if you use a light hand, like very light hand, because trust me, it'll show up a lot, which I did today. And then on deeper skin tones, I think it'll show up great too. I mean, it is super pigmented. It's a nice red for that. And then the highlight is this one, which is another e.l.f. highlighter. I do have a video on highlighters, e.l.f. highlighters, that is also $2, and this one is in the color White Pearl. And it is so glowy. It's really soft. Like, if you just touch it, I mean, you couldn't at the store because you can't swatch them, but it is so smooth. It's like a buttery feel to the, it's a different feeling from the blush. This one's like a lot softer, a lot like buttery-er. And then for the eyeshadows, yep, today I'm also wearing eyeshadows from the drugstore. It's actually a palette that I did do a video on. This is the Lottie London, the Rust palette, and I had compared this one to the Naked Heat palette, which it does compare to that one. I will have that video listed below if you want to see it. But it does have a lot of cool tones too. It has like a little bit of cool tones, a little bit of warm tones. So to me, it's also perfect for fall, and then later on, like, I mean, who cares? You can wear any color anytime. But today I did more of a cool toned, and I love the way that it turned out. So I set my primer using this color right here. This one has a little bit of shimmer, which is why I didn't use this one, but I do like this one to set my primer. And then for transition, I use this one first, and it's just a regular like light brown color. And then I ended up blending it even more, like a little higher. If you can see like a little bit of the burgundy tone, it's this color right here. The cool toned brown that I have on the outside is this brown one right there. And then I tried to use this one all over the eyelid area because I did cut the crease, and actually used the concealer, the Wet n Wild concealer, to cut the crease today. Usually I use a Tarte Shape Tape because I like it, like it's just, like I have it, you know, right next to me whenever I'm doing my eyeshadow all the time. So usually this one's like away in like my drawer, but I did use it today for today's cut crease. Like, I just cut it like halfway, almost a little bit more than that. And then I tried to use this one first, but I didn't want that type of shade today. I wanted more of a cool tone look, so I did use a white eyeshadow with shimmer in it, and it looks really nice. Like, that's the only part, this part right here is the only part that's not part of the palette. Like I said, I did try with this one, but I didn't like the tone of it. I wanted something brighter for today. And this palette is $12.99, and I did get mine from Ulta. It also comes with this brush, which I never use, but it has a little sponge and then this little brush on the other end. The next product is a pack of eyelashes, and they're the ones that I use all the time. If you watch any of my videos, What eyelashes am I wearing? They're number 11 by Kiss. And this is such a good brand. You get such a good deal, and you also get some very nice eyelashes. Like, they're comfortable to wear, they're light, they don't feel thick and heavy, the band's not super thick or anything like that. And they come in a pack of 5. Sometimes you can find them in the pack of 4, but this one does say 4 plus 1. But most of the time you will find the ones with the 5 pack, and you only pay supposedly for like 4, right? It just says 4 plus 1. But these are the ones that I use every single time. I actually need to try out different type of eyelashes, to be honest. Some that are like bigger for like some more dramatic looks that I've been doing lately, but these are the ones that I use all the time, every single time, and I can reuse them. I just clean them, I take off the glue with some tweezers and reuse them. So super easy to clean up, you use them again, and like I said, you get 5 in here. And then the last 2 products are lip products. One of them is super new and one of them is super old, like I've had it forever. The first one is the NYX Liquid Suede, and this one's in the color Sandstorm. It's one of their first colors that they came out with for the NYX Liquid Suede. Look, my top already came off, like it doesn't stick to the bottom one anymore. I need to glue that, but let me swatch it for you. I'm not wearing either of them, I know, but because this one's like more cool toned, like it went better with the eyeshadow. But these, I use them all the time for many videos. I've used them. So this is the color of it, and it's maybe just a little bit similar to the one that I'm wearing right now. The one that I'm wearing is very cool toned, but this one I've been wearing it forever, like maybe like a whole year, 2 years maybe that I've had it. I've been wearing this one, and it was kind of like way too much of me using it in a lot of my tutorials. But this one is NYX Liquid Suede and Sandstorm. I have a lot of liquid suedes, but this one's the one that I've used the most. And then the very last product is a liquid lipstick. This is by e.l.f. This is another pretty new product. This one's in the color Coffee, and to me it's like the perfect dark brown if you're looking for one for fall. This one's perfect. It feels comfortable, it looks really nice. I did do a yellow cut crease tutorial, and I used this one as and I paired it up with this lipstick. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it down here for you. This is the color, like I said, it's by e.l.f. It's called Coffee. Look how pretty that brown is. Like the perfect fall color. The perfect fall brown. It's a really nice shade. I've already used it many times with different eyeshadow looks, just because brown, I mean, it pretty much goes with everything. And if you're wearing like a very warm toned fall look, that one's perfect. Or even like a cool toned fall look, that one would still work out for you. But those are all the products. Those are the 10 products that I think are like must tries, must have from the drugstore. And they're super affordable, because I mean, I know high end can get expensive if you want to get like a full face of makeup, or you want to get an eyeshadow palette and some powder and some foundation. Like, it can get expensive really fast. It's like you buy 3 products at Sephora and it's like $500. So this is really inexpensive. They're great products. I've used a lot of these for a long time. Some of them, like I said, are pretty new, like the blush and the lipstick, but I just think these are products that you should definitely check out if you're interested in buying drugstore products right now. If you're not sure like what foundation to get or what powders would be good for the under eye area, these are very good products in my opinion. Those were the top 10 drugstore products that I think are like must-haves right now, like my current favorite drugstore products. If you have any drugstore products that you like, or that are your favorite, or that are your must-have, let me know what they are below. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, so that way you don't miss out on future videos. And that is it for today. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.